Welcome to another video. In this video, I'm going to be taking a look at this interesting product from Mission called the EnduraCool towel. Instant cooling towel. Cools instantly when wet. Now, down here in the south, it gets really hot during the summer, and I hate the heat. Sure, it may only be like 85 degrees, but when you jump that humidity up to 100%, it feels like the burning flames of hell, and I cannot stand it. So instead of putting like 5 fans on me to keep me cool, or hiking the AC up in the house to make me feel cool, or especially when I'm at a war, drinking a lot of water to cool my body temperature down, I wanted to see how well this works. Since I like being cold, and cold things are always great, but freezer packs, they get warm after a while, and this thing says as long as it's wet, it will stay cold. So we're gonna see how well it works and find out if it's worth the $14 purchase price. So it comes in this nifty little pod, just like this, and it pulls out and it unwinds into this, I think this is like 3 feet, about 3 feet. It's about the my arm expansion, so around 3 feet. It's pretty big. It also comes in bandana size, but I wanted to get the towel because there's more of it, so I can stay colder, I guess. It claims on the back that when wet, cools for hours. There's 2 little asterisks next to that. Results may vary based on saturation level, temperature, climate, and overall body temperature. I guess they had to put that just because it's going to vary for everyone. When dry, it absorbs sweat, and I've read that you can actually activate the coolness from your sweat, which is kind of gross. And it's reusable and machine washable, which is probably the biggest draw to me, is that I can reuse this over and over and over and over and over again. So that's good. How to activate it? You soak the towel in either water or your sweat, wring the excess out, so you just wring it, and then you snap it a couple times, and it cools down apparently. On their official little video for it, it says that it gets 30 degrees below the average body temperature, and they use a little heat gun and said 57.9 around there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try it inside to see how it works indoors, and then I'm going to take it outside and try it out there because it is humid, and I've heard online that with a higher humidity, it's not going to work as well since it's going to be constantly wet, and something about how the fibers are woven together, it it releases and evaporates the water, and that's what cools it off, something like that. So with a higher humidity, it's going to be soaking up more water, and it's not going to cool down as much. But let's try it in here first. So what we do, I have a trash can since I didn't really have a bucket. That's what I'm going to be pouring my water over. So over here, I'm going to saturate it. Trying to do my best with it. Let me just put it down here. So saturate the towel. There we go. It's nice and wet. I used about half of this Subway cup. I believe it's a medium cup. So now that's wet, you wring out the excess. And even just by wringing it, I can feel that it is cooling down, which is interesting. So I wring it all out. Just gonna, there we go, until it's not dripping, I guess. And I guess you could use this as a nice wet towel. But so after that, what you do is you snap it. Let me get this excess out of this. I don't want to be throwing water all over the place. There we go. All right. So then you snap it. You they say 3 times, and let's feel it. And it's actually colder. I am surprised. Let me unfold it like this and snap it. I don't have a thermometer gun or anything like that, so I can't really tell you how cold it is. But it is much colder. Let's put it around my neck. Woo! That actually works. I am really surprised. Now I will say it does heat up fairly quickly. You'll notice the coolness go down. If it does warm up, all I have to do is keep snapping it, which is an interesting idea. Just keep snapping it, and yeah, it's cold again. So I guess this is more of a thing to kind of, dab your face off and kind of temporarily cool yourself a little bit. Not so much like an ice pack where you can keep it on and it cools you off like that, but the idea of being able to re-snap it and just, you know, keep using it is a very interesting idea. But yes, it's fairly cold. Very noticeably cold from my body temperature, and a little bit of water feels nice, you know, dampen your skin a bit. But yeah, I wouldn't say this is really great for keeping on your skin since it's gonna warm up after a bit, but the idea of being able to have a cold towel whenever you want is very interesting. You can just kind of do that, and I can feel myself cooling off a bit, which is nice. Let me go outside and try it, and I'll be right back with my results. So I'm back from being outside, and I gotta say, with the humidity being where it was kind of, I could tell it was humid, but it wasn't really gross humid. According to weather.com, it was 76%. Didn't feel like 76% though. Usually in the day it's much grosser with about 80-90% humidity during the summer, sometimes even 100. But I could feel that it was humid, but it wasn't to the point where I was like, gross, humid. I don't know if people understand that, but that's how I interpreted it. To the point where I could go outside and not really get sticky or be like, it's humid. It was just kind of, it was a mild humidity. The towel did not perform so well. So I guess the reviews of when it's humid, it doesn't perform well are true. It really doesn't. I could tell a huge drop in performance from this from being inside. And actually when I walked back inside, I had it around my neck and it started cooling up much better. So what are my overall thoughts on this? If you live in a dry climate region, I think you'll find some good use for this. You know, during rounds, it's just very nice to be able to soak up your sweat and cool off. You know, get it on your neck and get on your arms. Ooh, especially the arms. My arms get pretty sweaty when I've been, you know, warring for quite some time, but especially the face. When you do it on the face, it's going to feel very nice. And when you're walking, or if there's a breeze, you'll be able to feel it, you know, cool off a little bit more, like I'm doing right now. And that's kind of nice. It's a nice feeling to be able to just kind of insta-cool if you don't want to have, you know, a bottle of water get, you know, your neck actually wet. And my neck is fairly dry, so are my arms, which is very nice. So it's a dry, nice towel. I can feel it still wet, but there's no drips coming off of it, so that's very nice. If you live in a humid region, don't get this. It's a waste of time and it won't really work unless you are actually indoors. So for dry regions, I know that Nevada, Las Vegas gets very dry. This would be kind of an excellent thing to have with you. So there you go. That's the Mission EnduraCool Instant Cooling Towel. Kind of a long name, but whatever. I hope you found this video helpful, and I hope you enjoyed it, and have a great day wherever you are, and make another video for you later.